What's up, everybody? Got another review for you, and this time we're going to be talking about the movie Motor City. It is an action thriller that stars Alan Ritchson, who is well known from the Reacher series. Judging from the looks of it, this movie in particular looks to be like a straight up homage to classic grindhouse films from the 70s. As a fan of action cinema, I knew right then and there to check out this movie. Is it worth watching? Well, let's find out. The movie story follows John Miller, a working class romantic and auto worker whose life is ruined when a jealous gangster frames him for a major drug deal to steal his love, Sophia. Years later, Miller emerges from prison intent on a violent singular mission of revenge to reclaim his life. Well, that was a movie. I say that because this movie was what I expected it to be, but there are some choices that will really throw you off your rocker. Generally speaking, it is a fun action flick, but there are plenty of grievances that this movie has, which I will elaborate on later. Right now, I want to talk about the good things the movie does have, whether it be the production design, cinematography, cool action scenes, the acting, and a rocking soundtrack. First off, if you love old movies from the 70s, you're gonna enjoy the vibes that this film has. With a wonderful production design, you instantly feel like you're in the decade, whether it be the set design, costuming, lighting, props, you name it. It's definitely a well-crafted movie without a doubt. Visually speaking, the movie's cinematography does a fantastic job at replicating the grindhouse element that some of the movies from the 70s had, as they use an overlaid grain filter that wonderfully captures the dirty and grimy aesthetics that helps to give the movie a raw feeling to it. There are some really cool looking shots as the film's intensity is captured on camera, and also how lighting and framing is utilized as well to make this one well filmed movie. Going along with the 70s vibes, this movie has a rocking soundtrack that makes this movie much more enjoyable. With the choices of licensed music used throughout, there are plenty of great needle drops that fit the movie's different scenes perfectly, as each and every track feels meticulously curated just right. If you love 70s music, you're going to have a great time with this movie. As an action flick, I enjoyed it for what it was. If you love watching Alan Ritchson kicking the absolute shit out of people, there's plenty of fun action scenes, and they are all so brutal. So brutal, in fact, you will scream in your seat for sure if you're already not on the edge of your seat. There's plenty of well choreographed fight scenes, as well as exhilarating gunfights, car chases, and explosions. I will say that this is not a pure non-stop action flick, which I actually enjoyed because it allows the movie to breathe as it tries to tell the story and also develop the characters. When it comes to the talent in front of the camera, Alan Ritchson does a fantastic job as the main lead, as he definitely puts his physical acting to the test. Ben Foster also does a great performance as a sniveling bad guy that you absolutely love to hate. I'm not really familiar with anyone else in the movie, but they all did great as well. This movie has its own gimmick that completely threw me off guard because I did not expect it at one bit. Want to know what it is? Well, there's absolutely little to no dialogue at all. Yes, you heard that correctly. Throughout the whole movie, there's a total of 5 lines of spoken dialogue. Pretty crazy stuff, and it's like watching a silent film from the olden days. I get that as an artistic choice, but it was just weird and I did not like it. As a warning, it feels like everyone should be aware of this before going into this movie. Also, the movie story is all too familiar to that of every other revenge action flick out there, and there's really nothing much to the plot itself. Another thing that bothered me is the horrendous makeup effects that were applied to Alan Ritchson's character in a time jump sequence at the end of the movie. That itself was an atrocity. With all that said, I thought this movie was just alright. I wasn't totally over the moon with it, and I didn't downright hate it either. This is definitely a movie I would recommend just to wait for it to hit streaming. As forgettable as this movie was, I'm probably not going to remember much about it the next day or so. Overall, Motor City is a one-of-a-kind, no-holds-barred action flick that is stylishly fun in its own little way. It's not one of the most groundbreaking action movies, but there is still plenty of enjoyment to be had with it. As unique as the movie may be, it's not a bad film by any means, but it's not something I would write home about. If anything, this movie is about as average as can be, leaving plenty of room for improvement. I give this movie a C. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Keep up my real reviews.